hear these youngins by the slang that I bid first, and I can't even get no credit for it, that shit hurt. Yeah, we been nerds, not the type to use big words. Still down to throw you if you throwin' the fist first. Fail face, but every now and then I don't get curved. Still end up broken hearted, that we get what we deserve. Freaks show they staring and don't ask for no pictures, cause I'm a giant man like I'm Fishburne. Maybe cause I'm hotter than the grease with a fish burn. We're slacking that one, putting in that work like an intern. I probably won't gain lives, like trading in your system to GameStop. Don't really rap about what I ain't got. Been me since back when I could fit in the tank top. You think I'm ever changing? I think not. Hit the taco truck and I can show you the flame spots. They only taking cash and now I'm making the bank stop. Think cock, don't say a word, just open that safe lock. Now I'm playing the ATM, broken the rain wide. Raindrops falling on my head. I hate cops, ain't talking to the feds. Zombie mode on a rocky road, walking like I'm dead. Need to pick me up, that I will eat the chocolate with the bread. Still trash, just now me in my pockets getting fed. That's real rap, now I can pay for guac without a sweat. You feel that? Playlist full of indie and drill trap. Problems, I got 99 on me, I'm Lil Sap. But fucking never cried over spilled paps. Never crying over who spilled that. Young medicine man, and I'm looking to peel caps. Yeah. Put on the beat and I will snap. Put on the beat, I'ma kill that.
Yeah, yeah. What the fuck, la. Yeah. Slump when I bang some dark when the rain come. God bless the dealers, ayy. God bless the dealers, ayy. Slump when I bang some dark when the rain come. God bless the dealers, ayy. God bless the dealers, ayy. When I touched on, the plug's home. Moving product in the drug zone. Don't get touched on. Check and see if he got bugs on. No trust known. Make a pussy pig pop me before he put the cuffs on. Like what's up though?
Reverse Live is fully established in the 831. It's like being a premier battle rapper from the 831, right? And I've been moving up the ranks, traveling, getting on different bigger leagues, you know what I mean? And so like I finally am at a place that I don't feel like I'm punching up to go against Reverse Live. Like we're pretty even keel.
I don't know, I just go into it like any other battle. Just like fucking just exploit people's weaknesses and just drive them into the dirt with such activities.
Like fucking brass tacks, like what I would want to see more is just like more of an us versus them mentality instead of like a crabs in the bucket mentality, you know? Like the West as a whole kind of being a little more unified.
It's more prevalent now, like I see a lot more people that have their own fucking style and they're like kicking people's asses and shit, so it's cool to see, and I want that to continue. And I think there's a lot of platforms now that cater to things like that, so I think it's definitely upon us again, you know what I'm saying?
I think reverse raps really fucking well, you know what I mean? As far as like crazy punchlines, fucking I don't see him like out punching me. As far as performance goes and like believability and fucking, I mean, like we're probably pretty close on that setting. But if you were gonna ask me what I think Reverse does better than I do, probably would be rap. You know what I mean? Like he just has like really good rhythmic flow patterns, really good cadences, and he raps really well.
What does Rubber do well? Wear tank tops. He's got that on lock. Next question.
Slump when I bang some dark when the rain come. God bless the dealers, ayy. God bless the dealers, ayy. Slump when I bang some dark when the rain come. God bless the dealers, ayy. God bless the dealers, ayy. What they tryna get? Tryna get? What they tryna get? I already got it.
Whoa. I don't want it there. I
want it over there. That's right, V-Mix, and that's right, world. Hey, hello, howdy. Welcome, one and all, to Ryne Radio, episode 199. That's crazy. I fucking shout out. I already see a good gang of y'all folks up in here. And you know what? We actually got a pretty full episode tonight, y'all. I had to take notes and shit. Whoa, my voice gave out there for a second. I had to take notes and shit. Not really notes. I just kind of had to we actually have topics and things to discuss. I feel like a real talk show host tonight. How y'all doing, huh? How's your fucking wives? How's your fucking lives? It's time for the fucking Ryne Radio show. It is fucking crazy. 199. I legitimately, most of this show basically was birthed on the day of the fucking the day that the Bay Area said, hey, we're going to be shutting shit down. Fucking COVID's crazy, all this and that. I fucking went pretty much with the first, I think at the time I labeled it Murderverse Radio, the Ryne Report or whatever the fuck. And I just, I allegedly got buzzed in San Francisco because I thought the fucking world was ending. And basically, only my egotistical narcissistic ass would be like, oh, the world's ending? Let me start my own solo show then if I can't have co-host on anymore. I have all the technology and I have it in my apartment now. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. So yeah, no, it's been a wild ride. Fucking 2 years. Fucking what's up? Let me shout out some folks. I see some folks. Fucking what's up? Black Cloud MC. What's up, my guy Gabe B. So if that's Gabe B, that's Gabriel Barrio, I believe. I had to put some fucking spice on it there. Fucking UBR with it indeed. Fucking Rashad's in the fucking building. Creative Imbalance is here. My guy Sean. Fucking Just Mike's here. Lucho, bang bang. Assad fucking up in the house. Assad. My fucking homie L Dog sent me a screen caption of some fucking funny ass shit you said earlier today, and I was just like, yeah, dude, fucking Assad's the guy. What up? Lucky's in the motherfucking place. Van B's up in the motherfucking place. New Swammy, White Widow Hayes, the whole fucking good cast of characters here. Fucking Misty, hello, governor. Like I said, we got stuff and things to talk about. First and foremost, you saw it like I introed it before we started getting on. If you're not on our Patreon right now and watching the BOTZ Rides Again stream, I don't know what you're doing. Don't know what you're doing. We have the whole fucking BOTZ Rides Again stream up there right now. I'm in the process of chopping up all the battles, getting them sliced and diced for their individual releases to have them fucking hot out of the oven, fresh off the fucking press, like hot laundry for you. So all y'all can have your folks tune into each individual ones. But I appreciate y'all for just all y'all pretty much have been fucking with it, doing your part, holding your fucking weight, just directing people to the stream, making your own little clips and things like that. I fucks with it, man. It goes a long way. Someone approached me, it was Black Cloud. He was like, hey man, is it cool that I make clips? Cause we've had instances in the past where people have taken the battle off of Patreon. So this is the thing. I'm totally down with people making clips. Just try to keep it 30 seconds to a minute, mostly, and at a time. I'm not saying pick just fucking one. I mean, obviously don't put the entire fucking battle on your shit, because it's at a certain degree, you kind of want to build, what we could be having a softball team here if we're just fucking filming shit and just giving it out for free all the fucking time, all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely make clips of your shit. Definitely promote your battles. Just don't. The particular instance that made me salty in the past was somebody ripped their entire battle off of Patreon and then put the whole thing up on their Instagram. And then I was like, hey, can you take it down? And they never really did. I was just like, man, that makes me salty. So that's why that happened. But definitely make clips, fucking do the promo, do all the stuff. So I appreciate the guys that have been on the Rides Again card that have already been ahead of the game doing all of that stuff and things. Make sure you have your folks, push the fucking Patreon. That's how the wheel's going to be turning around here going forward. You guys heard Dan on the stream. I'm going to be assuming complete control of this place pretty soon. Top to bottom. I'm gonna be CEO, CFO, all the fucking business, and any fucking money that we make here is always gonna be going back into here, so we can actually pump this shit up, make this fucking rides again, pun intended. You know what I'm saying? So definitely go check out Rides Again, but also BOTZ at the shop is up on there. BOTZ at the factory is up on there. I was hit up on Twitter today, what is going to be the deal? And people have been asking me lately because initially I was just going to keep all the battles on the Patreon and see like what does the best, but that's unrealistic because our Patreon, it's great because don't get me wrong, I fucks with y'all, but my Patreon, my patrons, they're my favorites. They're my favorites. Because obvious reasons. They're absolutely contributing, fucking to the fundamental groundwork of what we're trying to do here. And it's a great community. But that being said, too, before I get too far ahead of myself, I will always be donating a portion of our BOTZ Patreon to Dan's Adopt My Block Patreon when he gets that established. So make no mistake here. What we do here will always benefit this league and will help save dogs. I've never made money doing this shit. Like, not, and I don't say that saying like I've lost hella money, and we're gonna be getting into that shit fucking later. I've always just tried to break even. I've never tried to use other people to make content for me to only profit, and that's it. My only selfish motivations involved in ever running this is I've always wanted to fucking host like a radio show and shit like that. Even before podcasting, even before the Dirtbag Dan Show, always wanted to do something like this. But also, like I said, I just like doing it. Oh, that's my other point. Also, I'm learning how to do the filming. More or less, the fucking with the battle rap world and now assuming control of a league is almost, I say it all the time, it's like the unintentional best fucking media college that I could have ever went to. I know how to like kind of run productions. I'm on a fucking very small scale here, so I don't like to like label myself as any of these things, but at the end of the day, I'm producing fucking media. I'm fucking promoting events. Like there's so many fucking things that are happening at once here that like would have never happened to me, or I would have never learned otherwise if I haven't been involved in this shit. So that's where my motivations lie. I've never tried to like be in this to make money on the backs of y'all's. And I've always been like, now that we have this as our own entity, and it seems that more and more along the way, steps are being taken to just really establish BOTZ as its own individual entity. That will, I don't want to get too much lost into the weeds of the specifics on businesses and paperworks and things like that, but I'm absolutely committed to making this its own sort of I get brand or whatever the fuck, however you want to describe it, but there is a lot of things that come into place with that. And with the momentum that we have going forward, I keep reaching out to more and more venues and things like that. I keep hearing whispers of more opportunities for different things. Fucking all these more leagues keep fucking with us, and that's fucking tight. So the whole plan right now, 2022 and onward, is just keep expanding, keep growing. The best, the absolute, our strength here is pretty much all is welcome, and that's fucked us over sometimes, but that's produced some really great shit sometimes. But we have good fucking, I'm not like fucking, I'll toot my horn a little bit. We got fucking good production over here. I'm a one-man army, and because I'm the only chef in the kitchen, I have a certain vision on how the creative direction should look from the ground fucking level all the way up to the finalized project. And I'm that guy from conceptualization to execution. So there is a level of like quality assurance that will always be happening. I make mistakes. I'm fucking human, but I'm able to provide a level of quality that not many or at all other leagues can provide. And I'm trying to do that on a monthly fucking basis. So that will always be our strength here. And there's always, as long as people are willing to come here and do their part, hold up their end, I make you look good. That's how that works. So yeah, nonetheless, fuck with us on the Patreon. Go fucking watch BOTZ Rides again. Like I said, we're gonna be chopping up those battles. I'm gonna be releasing. That's what a lot of this was. I was getting you to building up to, I should say. Sorry, I took a couple dabs before this, allegedly. I'm gonna be doing a YouTube release schedule soon. I think I'm just gonna go back to like the way that I was doing it before. But basically, I think every time we do an event, I'm gonna leave a 3-month gap between when we film the event to when the battles are dropped on YouTube. But as you guys have seen now that I've been able to be capable of, I can have footage up after we film in the event, depending on what I have going on and how long it takes to render and encode. I can get, from the moment I film an event, I can get footage turned around between 48 hours to a week on our Patreon. I've done it multiple times now, and I have a good system with it. I have a good formula at doing that now. So 3 months from when we film the event to when it's dropped on YouTube, and in between that time, it's going to be dropped on Patreon fucking instantly. So, because my whole thing is we don't fucking vault footage here and we don't sit on footage here. And I'm not even trying to throw shade to nobody because I understand the fucking level of work that is involved in this shit, and it's tedious as fuck, and it takes a lot of time and energy, and not everybody can do that kind of shit. I just happen to be at this moment in my life right now, I can fucking do that. So that being said, I'm going to keep pushing that really hard going forward. But your battle will be dropped instantly. Like, make no mistake about that. Like, as soon as I can film you and put it on the Patreon, that is my highest priority. And then, you know, like I said, probably a 3-month gap until it's actually released on YouTube. So I'm going to be pretty soon throughout the month, I think starting in June, because what, it's May 19th? We'll see. I'll look how it works out on the calendar. But either starting at the end, you know, either next week or the weekend after, or just the beginning of June, because I think we only have like 2 weeks left in this month. So probably just the beginning of June. That's what I'm going to say. Starting in June, I'm going to be releasing all the battles from the factory on the YouTube, and then we're just going to start going from there. So all the battles from the factory going top down, or I might have to mix those up. But starting from the factory and then just going down. So we're going to go from the factory into the shop into rides again. That's how I'm going to release all the battles onto the YouTube. So if you are on any of those cards that I just said, and you're like, oh, fuck, man, you know, that's just going to be a while. Well, it is on the Patreon. It is on the Patreon. It's only $5, man. It's only $5. I think that's pretty fucking reasonable. That's cheaper than a fucking gallon of gas these days, dog. Shout out to fucking recessions. Sparkling water does your fucking boy good. All right. So promo stuff out of the way. We had some fuck shit happen this week. We had multiple instances of fuck shit happen this week. All right. I'm gonna try to cover this and not get like lost in the weeds on this, because like points need to be made, because it needs to be known that like I think a lot of people, or not a lot of people, but I think people misunderstand what exactly it was that made me come to my decision of not wanting to work with Know the Ledge or Battleborn Battles anymore. I think people feel it all stems from one thing when it's not. I want that to be clear. And it's not even, it's really not any one separate instance. It's a whole like collection of things to where I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to wash my hands of this entirely, because we have something like Conflict said it the best on Facebook. We've been building up too much of a positive like resurgence lately, to where I'm not entertaining that sort of energy. And just frankly, I don't know. I was gonna say something like hella fucking asshole-ish, but I'm not even going to. I just don't need to fuck with it. I don't need to fuck with it. That's like really baseline level of things. And this is where, like, let me provide some context. So before anything else too, like, me and Slasher Steve, there's no personal beef there at all. I want that to be clear. He's never done or said anything to me personally to where I'm like, fuck this guy. That's not why I don't want to. I specifically don't want to go to Nevada to film battles. That's what this is. And I'm not going to help them do like graphic stuff for like videos and flyers the way I initially did. That's all I meant by that, which is like a reasonable thing because I was just doing that because I just wanted to do it. I wanted to help folks out. But if I'm like helping folks out and I'm like trying to put y'all's shit on and y'all are just like treating me like a fucking jerk off, well then fuck y'all. And it's like not even like really any like hella emotion behind it or anything like that. I'm just like, all right, well, I can just focus on what I'm doing. Why am I helping y'all? And like I said, I don't want to get lost in the weeds of things too much. But at the beginning of the year, I was approached to like start doing, or the end of last year, approached to start doing collaboration events with Battleborn. I was like, all right, tight. And you know, because Steve's always been dope. He's always like sponsored like events and shit like that. Like I've like Battleborn's been like, Battleborn's like I've been fucking with bots for long fucking periods of time. So he's like, all right, hey, you know, I want to do like help do collaboration events. I was like, all right, that's tight because I seen that he's doing like building up a small scene out there in Reno, and you know, I knew like MK's involved. You know that I know, like we know him on here on bots. And there's a guy like Idol, you know, you guys have seen him. He's been on the show and whatnot. I knew kind of the folks, but I didn't like know anybody. And then I knew that Sasquatch Josh and Daniel Blackton were going to go out and do a battle there. So I went out and did a battle, or I didn't do a battle. I went out and watched them do their battle. And, you know, it was during COVID, so I'm not going to blame nobody. Like, we got hella fucked too. We were filming in parks and shit like that. But we show up, it's in the backyard. And they're using like, you know, a camera not very much suited for video. They gotta it's like there's like overheating problems and things like that. So like what should only have been like a couple hours got dragged into like an entire day and a night, like staying in Reno, which like that happens with battle rap, but for me it shouldn't. And so like it's whatever. I'm not like being hella nitpicky about that. But me just knowing the things that I know, how to like film and do little things and how to not have to be somewhere all day long and all night long, I was like, hey man, look, I see what you're trying to do here and I know that you fuck with us. So the next time I come out here, let me film for you. And then that turned into like, let's do collaboration events. And anytime BOTZ has ever done collaboration events with other leagues, the formula has usually been we send a couple guys out and then do to a card that the other league wants to do. And then the other league sends a few folks out on a card that we want to do. So that way, you know, even though you're two separate entities, you both get like your own footage. You get to put it on your own channel, all that kind of thing, you know? So when their guys were going to come out here, it was like, you know, COVID and shit like that. We did like those like weird on location, like farm fucking battles. And I'm just going to just chalk it up to say that it's my fault that I didn't communicate or convey well enough of like what the get down was in terms of like, like those battles were not like, I felt like I really kept trying to reiterate that it wasn't an event. This was like a film on location sort of situation. Like we are only gathering here to film these battles and that's it. And then we're gone. Like there's not a crowd. Like the crowd's only going to be the people that are like on the card. Like we're just trying to do like some super duper small room shit because of one, like COVID restrictions anyway. And then two, like, I don't know, I guess we were trying to be on some artsy shit or whatever the fuck. And like a couple of those battles look pretty fucking tight. A couple of the cats were like late. And look, in battle rap world, I even hate saying this because I'm a promoter and I run events and I don't want you guys to like know this, but like I realistically expect you guys won't be there exactly on the dot. Like that's the battle rap world, that's the music world, that's the performing art world. Like whatever usually time you tell people on the poster, you kind of usually expect like, okay, it's obviously not going to start like on the sharp of like that. That's fine. But like we like run through like the battles that we have and like the other folks still ain't there yet. So I'm like, all right, well, and as far as I know with the battle rap world, if folks aren't here yet and we're not like getting a hold of nobody or whatever, they ain't coming. I'm going home. They get a hold of us. We film the rest of the battles at a park around the corner 2 hours later. And that's why the last 2 battles of those nights, they're at nighttime. And in Nexus and Zay Solo's battles, both of those guys, I had to straight turn the camera off because both cats were like kind of being a little extra. And I was just like, yo, like we're already fucking off like way too much. Like none of this is going the way that any of this is going. And now we're being hella extra at a park in Hayward at fucking night when like half the motherfuckers here definitely got shit to air out. And so does like the entire neighborhood. Like, what are we doing? I'm just trying to film a battle and go home. And I'm like, at a certain point, if y'all, it was a weird situation because I didn't necessarily book these guys, right? Like, so it's like, I'm asking someone else, hey, just like bring some people out. And I kind of had an idea of like, oh yeah, maybe this person, whatever. But I didn't necessarily like talk to this person, any of these folks directly, to where like, for me, if I'm not like beating down your door to like book you, I feel like you're the one that kind of needs to be like filmed, and you're the one that wants the battle. Right? Like, I'm not putting a gun to nobody's head here to battle. Like, if you want to battle, you can battle, and I'm going to film it, and I'm going to do my part to do everything to make sure that, like, people look as good as possible, and I try to, like, promote it as much as possible from my end. And I don't know, when people start giving me a certain sort of, like, feeling of, like, I'm just supposed to do that for people, that's when I'm like, all right, that already makes me salty. So that was definitely like, okay, my time's not being respected, and there's almost a level of entitlement here that like I'm supposed to be doing these things. And nah, I'm not. I just want to where like, I don't know. I'm like I said, I be telling people all the time, I'm a dirty white trash hippie, dog. The only thing I got in my world is my word. To where, like, if you feel like my word ain't shit and you can just, like, fuck me around, I'm not even taking it personal. I'm just like, all right, let's just not do nothing no more. But despite even all of that, I'm like, let's still go out there. Let's film an event. Let's do all the stuff, man. I'm a man of my word. I like to keep obligations. You know, definitely for the most part. We'll get into that, too. We got to Reno, and we get a couple battles off, but like I can't sugarcoat this. It was a fucking shit show. Half the crowd's drunk as fuck. I mean, I'm coming to learn that's kind of just Nevada. You just kind of drink and gamble out there. That's kind of the best you can do. So like half the crowd's drunk as fuck, and I'm kind of like having to like take control of the event, which made me salty because I also felt like I communicated enough to say like, if I'm coming to film an event, I don't want to run it because I run my BOTZ events, and it's a little different. It's an extra level of responsibility, not just to where like, how can I say this? To where like when I'm running a BOTZ event, like I'm filming and I'm very much engaged, but I also make sure that I have my folks around me that can help me facilitate things so I can be engaged in my work and not have to worry about like, if like someone has a question at the front or there's a discrepancy in the corner or somebody's like making too much noise over here, little things like that. I can mitigate at my own events because I know like I have my people to where like if I'm traveling to your event and I don't know like any of the people in the crowd and I'm behind the camera, I can't host or like control any of the people. And like progressively as the night went on, people just got more drunk and belligerent to the point that like I saw the dude literally just like fucking Family Guy fall like onto a bar stool. So like, say like this is like the bar stool, like standing vertically. Say this is like the bar stool, and then the pin is like the bar stool leg. This fool just like is drunk and he's talking shit to someone, like trying to fight somebody, and he's like 775 in the house, 775, and he like Family Guy falls, hits his like it looked very violent and graphic, and it probably hurt very badly, but I felt zero sympathy for him in the moment, and I just like very much loved it, and I just started being like 775 in the house, because that's what it turned into. So between like just me, my time, all of my work not being respected the first go around, I kind of like more or less the same thing the second go around. All right. I'm not necessarily very happy about the situation, but I'm a man of my word, so I'm still plugging away, right? Then Idol, at this time, he's kind of fucking with the Battleborn folks. Apparently, the Battleborn folks are very territorial about Reno, to the point where they're telling this guy Idol that like because he's not from Reno, that like that means he's not Reno or something. I don't know. Personally, from somebody that's making money in the Bay Area, that sounds like some of the funniest shit I've ever heard, and I like it a lot. It's very entertaining when I'm at work. So apparently that was their stance, and it offended him so much to the point where he did some sort of like Facebook fuckery and like archived their Facebook group, and then like unarchived it, and then like blocked people out of it, and like just did like weird Minority Report bullshit that like I didn't give a fuck about. And that like turned into some weird giant beef for like this guy Oz, who is one of the said drunk belligerent people that's usually at their events, and he comes out our way too. And this is the thing I'll say about Oz, which is weird, dude, because I know you're probably watching. You show up drunk and belligerent, and you're annoying as fuck, man. And like literally almost everyone in the battle rap world knows of you, but they don't like, if I say your name, they're like, wait, who? I'm like, oh, do you know this guy from Reno that has dreads and he's usually very drunk at the events? And people are like, oh yeah, I know that guy. To where like, that's your reputation, dog. I'm not even trying to shit on you, but that is your reputation. And it sucks because you're not a terrible fan in the sense of like, you support events. You like, I know you've been a patron. I like, you buy like merch and stuff like that, to where like, I'm confused that like, you'll like spend the money and you'll be like a fan like that, but then you'll also like show up and be very fucking drunk and annoying and belligerent and just act like such an asshole that like, I don't even want to come out to your city again to help anyone there try to not look like they're battling in a backyard. You know what I'm saying? So like, good on you for that. Cause I don't know. I don't just blame solely you. It's like I said, it's a lot of things at once. But because Oz has this like weird vendetta against Idol, they were going back and forth. And then that transpired into a Twitter Spaces conversation. And this is where the whole creme de la creme comes from here. This is where the straw breaketh, the camel sith backeth. This fucking guy Oz is talking about like chopping off Idol's hand because it has a Battleborn tattoo on it. Like, what is this? A fucking city of God, dog? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? This all sounds stupid. And then that makes Idol very upset and emotional to the point where he's throwing around slurs left and right all over the place, like in just a repeated Rolodex fashion. And like, you know, just the F word and the N word. And like, look, because this is where I think a lot of people, this is why I gave like the whole context to try to really like explain to folks. Because I think a lot of people just seen that, like, because I made a short little live video in the Facebook group as well, and it was mostly covering this one incident right here. And I'm sure there's like a lot of dorky white battlers from fucking Idaho and Nevada. They're like, oh, what are you, some fucking social justice, fucking word police, fucking so that's not, like I said, it's a straw that broke the camel's back. It's way more about like, yo, I myself have said the F word in battles. So it's like, if you want to like be like, hey, you can't talk on that, then that's your fucking right. And even when I said it, it would be like, I don't even want to justify it. I've said it in battles. I've said it, and over time, I've learned how wrong it is, and I've learned how many gay friends and family members I've come to know who have like seen me have those and be like, hey, that wasn't cool, dog. And then like put me on game. I've never said the N-word in my fucking life, though. Not that that fucking matters in this instance or anything like that. I just want to put all cards on the table here. I wasn't like completely just cool with y'all and then just heard these two words and be like, oh, that does it. That does it. These kids are just out of line. No, it was the whole collection of things. And then when it got to this point, I was like, you know what? I'm washing my hands of this entirely. I don't want to go back out to Reno because as good as a guy Slasher Steve seems to be, your scene out there is just kind of wild. There's not really it's just, there's no real method to the madness over there. And then, like I said, when I was there, the event just like being completely chaotic and just going off the rails. And I'm just standing behind the camera like, what are we doing? And like, you're kind of just in the corner by the shirts. And like, I don't know, man, to where I'm just like, hey, man, I don't want, like, if I want to run a whole event, I can do it in the Bay Area. So I don't really want to go back out to Reno with all of those things considered. And I'm definitely not fucking with the Vegas shit no more because I just don't know what kind of cat Idol is, dog. And it's weird because, like, I've had this fool in my fucking house, like, twice, like, stay the night with me and shit. Like, not in my fucking bed, obviously, fucking pause. But like, I got like air mattress and shit. I let fucking traveling, like folks that are traveling, I offer if they want to like stay in my living room and shit. If they don't fucking stab me and take my kidneys, you know. And he never stabbed me, took my kidneys, so he seemed fucking somewhat trust fucking worthy. And I'm not saying like just because like he said like a couple slurs, he just doesn't seem like completely trustworthy whatsoever. It's more so like this. I've learned in my own mistakes running this. I've made mistakes running this, and I've definitely let my emotions show in this. And fuck, maybe I shouldn't be fucking running shit either. But from what I've seen out of all of these past 2 months, I don't want to just fuck with it. You know what I mean? Like, and it disappoints me because I was really trying to offer up these guys like our kind of like my resources here in terms of like using the Patreon as a small league kind of pay-per-view service because it costs the league that wants to utilize it no money. Yeah, people are paying $5 to be on the Patreon, but goddamn it, like it costs me fucking probably almost like $400 to $500 fucking dollars a month to fucking keep all this shit fucking running. So your boy can't fucking make fucking $5 on the Patreon. Fuck. It just kind of like runs itself mostly. It's not even me making money. You know what I mean? That's why I was saying that shit at the top end. But if y'all are gonna be up in Twitter Spaces throwing slurs around, talking about chopping each other's hands off, I don't think I can really trust you to be in a position of like building up regions and shit. At least not that I want to be associated with. Y'all are grown men. Y'all can do whatever you want. I'm sure you might probably still be running shit or whatever, and that's totally fine. And I would never tell any of my guys out here that like, oh, hey, don't go fuck with them anymore or whatever the fuck. Like, this is the People's Republic of Bots. I'm nobody's boss, fucking nothing. I ain't got contract with folks or nothing. I'm just the platform. I'm the platform. I like to film stuff. I like to make y'all look good. If y'all want to go in Nevada, totally your business. Just know I'm not filming it. I'm not going to do graphic stuff. I'm not doing battle streams for either one. And that's that. That's all the only point that I need to make on those things. And that, for whatever reason, leads us into a Facebook post by another cat from Nevada being like, let me just pull this up on the doodad here. On the old Facer Booker Rooney here. and then put it up on the display. Because for whatever reason, we're sitting here like kind of excommunicating these two cats for saying wild shit on the spaces. And for whatever reason, this fool Idol comes in, or not Idol. This fool Stretch comes in. Where is it at? 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 Can I even fucking... Hold on here. Hold on here. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's blow this up. Let's blow it. No, no. Here we go. I'm just going to cover my face for a second. I don't even know if you guys can see this that well. Maybe if I do... There we go. There we go. Right here, right here, right here. This fool says, if you cancel a battle due to COVID, you should get your estrogens level checked. What? What? Dog. So then, like, I was already salty at everybody else, so then I just went on a fucking crazy-ass fucking tirade. Because, like, I don't know, if it fucking matters anything, my kind of stance on it all is COVID's real. Vaccines work. I don't like the mask. I think it's bullshit, and I think the mandates are bullshit. But I hate fucking any conversation where it's like motherfuckers are just like, oh yeah, this shit just didn't even happen at all. It's like, dog, I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm not even gonna fucking say nothing, dog. Like, you can fucking read shit if you want to. Obviously, you don't. Obviously, you fucking read memes and you fucking listen to podcasts. So I'm not even going to cover that fucking part. But as a fucking promoter, like, what the... like, someone even said it... Somebody replied in the shit, like, how wild of a fucking thing it was to say, being like, oh, hey, you know you have a fucking contagious disease, but if you have that, you might be a woman, and women suck, is like basically what that fool's saying. It's like, what the fuck does that even mean, dog? To where it's just like, I'm only highlighting this just to show you guys, like, this is the kind of dumb fucking shit that I get myself involved in. Like, I'm like, my dumb fucking ass is like, oh, I want to fucking help out people, and, you know, like, why aren't, like, more, you know, small-time battle rappers ain't getting themselves on? You know why? Because they fucking say shit like that after, like, not battling. Like, this motherfucker ain't battled in like 5 or 6 years or some bullshit. I think his last battle was out our way, or I don't know. I don't fucking care. This fool just wants to hop in some random shit because he battled once upon a time and just being like, oh, if you cancel your battle for COVID, you a pussy. Dog, nah, that's fucking some dumb shit. Like I said, it's like, dude, I don't even care if you got fucking allergies. Don't be fucking rapping in my face, dog. Anyway. Yeah, I think really that's what this is going to lead to, Avo, is me getting off of social media, because the fucking great thing is BOTZ is blossoming right now, dog. Fucking shout out to all my peoples. Fucking Van B, Lucky. Damn, y'all got the fucking Dirtbag Dan rules. Y'all got a battle because of that shit. Van B and Lucky. But shout out Van B. Shout out Lucky. Shout out the fucking Free Game folks. Free Game Kane, Madman League, Justice, fucking Joe. All them folks. Everybody has been fucking really putting on and fucking spreading the fucking word around and just keeping the conversations fucking going to where I just might cut myself fucking back off of this shit. Because I don't really need to really, like, keep that shit, like, up in that kind of degree anymore. I probably might, like, you know, promote, like, bots related. Like, I can always, like, use the YouTube to promote, like, and stuff like that. So I don't really need to engage in those things. But it was just... and, like, I don't even, a lot of it, like, I catch, like, peripherally. And then because I catch it peripherally, and then, like, I'm on a truck just all day long, to where I'm like, how do I keep my mind busy today? And then I'm just like, well, what do we have here? I just more so of, like, hey, as a promoter, dog, don't fuck me around. And, yeah, don't show up hella sick with whatever you got. The fuck? that being said, we got a bunch of events coming up. We got none of it that I have flyers for yet. I need to finalize things this weekend. But June 26th, I got like 7 to 9 battles on that fucking card. I might fucking hit 10. Who knows? But we got an event coming up June 26th, and we got another event coming up July 30th, I believe. Let me check the calendar. Let me do it on my phone. It'll be faster. We got June 25th, July 30th, and based off of a few conversations that I've been having with some folks and some venue owners and whatnot, we should be running fucking... I'm trying to run June, July, August, September, and we running it up to BOTZtober, baby. Because I robbed y'all of a BOTZtober last year, and that was actually a very fun fucking like event scheme and do all that kind of shit. Who knows? We might fucking make it a costume thing again, or like we might have like a couple costume battles and then like the rest be serious battles. I don't know, but we'll make it fucking fun. But I think the best move forward for this channel is to just, for one thing, keep doing what we're doing. A lot of good shit's going in place, but just keep building it, keep going outward, keep reaching out to all the different other leagues, establish working relationships, keep, fucking putting out more of the good shit and stomping out more of the bad shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we got, like I said, I'm very committed to trying to keep monthly events a thing. I think, to borrow some terminology from a league that borrowed one of my ideas, if we have a season, I would say that our season for bots would be March to October, because I can't do things with my job during holiday season. That's just not that's not going to be a thing. But I think that's a good way to go about it. March to October, because March, like, you kind of get the start of spring. Not as cold, but still windy, whatever the fuck. Ascend that up into the summer events. And July, the July event might be back in the lot again. So you know what that means. All kinds of legends and tacos again. All good things. All of that being said, let's get into this. I'm gonna be super, super duper. This is the most egotistical thing I've ever done, guys. I'm gonna watch one of my own battles because it just released on UBR, and this fool Jacques had some really fucking good bars in it that I think fucking people need to hear too. So it just happens to star me too. And you know what? I'm not mad at how I did. I think the boy won. I think your boy Jacques won, but I think your boy over here found what my strength is after all these years. So let's fucking watch this shit, especially because I'm already like an hour deep after explaining all of this fuck shit.
Motherfucking Thunderdome, we here, baby. All she here too. Yeah, they're battling back there. Don't even trip. They're gonna finish their round. We here, here. But yo, real shit.
I love first and foremost, I love this whole so shout out to UBR because they're kind of doing this like because they themselves are becoming like a bigger brand, so they're doing like kind of their own farm league developmental system, and they call this the Thunderdome. So there's the Universal Battle Room, but then you start off through the Thunderdome. So I got approached to be on the top of the card for the Thunderdome, and at the time, literally, I just made it. This is another reason why I need to get off social media, because I fucking I tweet out all my feelings too much. Fucking I was just like, hey man, I fucking hate everybody. I want to do a battle again, just because I was like, your boy's been through some wild months. So then, fucking D-Boss reached out to me and was like, all right, I got 3 people. I forget the other 2 names already. And then he said Jacques. I was like, all right, I'll take Jacques because I knew. And so this battle, like, so I originally wanted to have Jacques come out for our tournament, and he wasn't able to make it. And it didn't upset me at the time because I felt I was like pretty like we had conversations on the phone to where like I explained like what the get down was, to where like I was like, oh man, if you weren't with it, like he could have just like hit me up for a regular battle. But nonetheless, I was like, okay, I could probably turn that into an angle though, because I was kind of like upset about it. And then outside of that, I just knew based off of like battles I've seen of his, I was like, okay, he's gonna come for me. And he's gonna like talk about like the baldness and shit like that. So I was like, well, he got hella hair, so I'm just gonna like treat him like a woman. And online, I just said hella gay, wild ass shit. I pissed hella people off. I definitely made Albuquerque be like, what the fuck is this fool about? Because then when I went out there, people were just like, hey, what was that? Like, people like multiple people pulled me aside, like, hey, what was that shit about? I was just like, I just wanted some animosity, dog. Because me and this fool Jacques didn't really like know each other yet. So I was like, let me just see how much I could push this fool's buttons online. But like, I kind of unintentionally did the pro wrestling thing. They call it like working yourself into a shoot, to where like there was some moments where I genuinely was like mad at this fool, like on some of the hype. But nonetheless, that there's some context for you. This is me versus fucking Jacques. I'll probably pause it periodically.
From California, baby. Yeah. So get excited, baby. There's gonna be some. Yeah. We good. All right, my name is Ryne Bingo, Universal Battle Realm. I got a couple of hosts with me. To my right,
Ex-motherfucker Davis, ugly on purpose. You already know what it is.
Yeah. I also got with me.
This is Yeshua Zodiac. I ain't got shit else to say.
Yeah. And my nigga.
I'm Rob with the motherfucking bop. Let's go.
Yep, we had different league barber lounge with my nigga Lil Mike somewhere around here. It's all good, baby. So I'm gonna have these rappers introduce themselves. To my left, go ahead, my man. Tell them who you are.
Yo, what's up? Ryan fucking Watkins. I represent Battle of the Z Battle League. Hit up Battle of the Z on Instagram if you're trying to battle out in the Bay Area. I host Ryne Radio. Check out all that good shit. This motherfucker got the most gorgeous hair I've ever seen in my life. Let's fucking go.
Right out the gate.
It's luxurious.
Right out the gate.
Luxurious.
All right, battler to my right, introduce yourself.
It's Jack, the above average, grit and glamorous, stoop kid, back with the bars and bullshit. UBR, I battle, society standard. I know we're all high and it's like the end of the night, but don't be afraid to make some noise, guys. Let's hear it.
That energy, man. I love that.
I got 2 of those things, bro.
So we flipped the coin off cam.
This fool actually kind of got like really wide ass teeth. I know it's a weird ass thing to say, but I just never really noticed it before.
Who ended up winning? Jack won. Okay. So that means Ryan's going first. Round 1, part 1 is on Ryan. Let's go.
I say, yo. I spit soap butter. It's compared to no other. I ain't here to take a loss to Joe Cutter's broke brother. Your whole style is uninviting. In the Olympics, you take the bronze for dumpster diving. Out here looking like a dirty Dennis Hopper. I only mention bronze because this tweaker would try to sell the copper. Yo, you're a fucking loser in rap and in real life. I only booked this battle to know what saying that would feel like. This limp dick bitch canceled our deals twice. I should beat your fucking ass and stomp you out like my heels light. You see, since I took the book of BOTZ, I've been getting crooked a lot. These loser ops want the looking spot, then back out, and I'm supposed to pretend I don't want them hooked and dropped. On the phone, you was sorry, but online, you super shocked. You fair weather, like when the top on the coupe gets dropped. To prep, I watched you versus Fox, but had to stop because both of y'all look like created skaters out of Tony Hawk. Out here smelling like Chad Musty. I flirted with you online just praying you touch me. I'll throw y'all through the drywall if you want to get ugly. I'm saying we can get it popping in the country if y'all rock with getting funky. See, first you said you didn't have the cash or the ride. Then it was you couldn't cut your material to size. By the way, worst excuse I've heard in my life, but you a grown man, so I gave the benefit of the lie. But right after, you hit New York. And I thought, wow, what a joke. Battling rookies, but being proud of what you wrote. When it's a challenge, you cower down or almost choke. But I guess from Staten Island to Albuquerque, you only dope if the crowd's on coke. So if I treat you like a hoe, so if I treat you like a hoe, it's because that's how you move. You couldn't see me with the flow in a battle or a booth. You like a thought when she caught, trying to rattle an excuse. How you couldn't keep your word with me, but you could travel for some views. It's on you.
Okay, so here's where I fucked up. There should have been I should have threw in way more jokes in that round specifically, because I kind of pepper them throughout multiple rounds, but this angle didn't come off the way that I wanted it to at all. I just come off like a dickhead screaming at this fool. You know what I mean? There's moments in there where I kind of have some punches, but it's not it's a lot of just talking at him. It's a lot of just talking at him and talking at the crowd. There's no real I don't know. I didn't have no real oomph to any, none of it really had any weight for on my end. It was just a lot of well, here's what fucking I'm mad about kind of a thing, to where I didn't convey it in the way for the crowd to latch on enough, I think.
Well, luckily I got something to say back to that. I said we got Jack against Ryne Watkins. Gonna call me out for shit he does, then act like it's my problem. Drago to Rocky. If he dies, he dies. It ain't rattling my conscience. Play a victim, but it ain't statistics about race in prison when I'm black by a wide
Primus sucks.
margin. Fucking narratives.
Mad racist.
Fucking narratives. I'm being real with you. SJW, little bitch. Keep your principles. I told you, I'm a black by a wide margin like neoliberals. No remorse. I've lived all my life without it. No remorse. I've lived all my life without it. That's why I didn't show up to your little tournament. You got online and pouted. In short, mans came to this battle to cancel me? Highly doubt it. You talking like, you canceled on 2 of my battles. Big whoop, wanna fight about it?
Turn up, Jack.
Pull my card out. Pull my card or something. Like you caught me bluffing. Give me no good reason to hit you. It's not for nothing. Petty narcissist. Try to keep up this act you do like Scrappy do, but you're just a barking bitch thinking they top dog in the junkyard because they belong with a garbage bin. Get a grip, because in all your older battles, you be slipping all the time. Now you really want to try? Give it all you might. Go bananas. The floor is yours, but I'm not tripping off of Ryne. Even Ryne knows. Even Ryne knows. My name, bigger than Ryne knows. Rock steady. You used to call yourself a rhino? Ryne, no. Your shine's dull. It's clear that you're fake. I can see through Ryne's top. This ain't complex. This ain't complex. Ryne means little king, like Napoleon, because you pose in little threats. What you do, a mini flex, like midget sex. But it's physical therapy with me if you step in incorrect.
The funny shit about the fucking the Ryne meaning the little king is that shit's true, and we were talking about that in the group chat, and he pulled that out in the battle.
Ryne, no. Your shine's dull. It's clear that you're fake. I can see through Ryne's top. This ain't complex. This ain't complex. Ryne means little king, like Napoleon, because you pose in little threats. What you do, a mini flex, like midget sex. But it's physical therapy with me if you step in incorrect, like gingerbread. I'm gonna push this gumdrop buttons to the like gingerbread. I'm gonna push this gumdrop buttons to the puny little Farquaad getting shreked. So claim you're a king. But that won't help you succeed. Like Ozymandias, you'll fail to achieve. The stats you claim, R-Y-N-E, thing about your name is just letters to read. Get mad, little king. Act like a queen. I'll sit you down in your seat. You sitting on Dan's lap like a lap dance because dick riding is how you succeed. Fucking bum. Go find a job. Didn't you used to be homeless? No shit. That's why you can't think outside the box. Why are you trying to talk with me? Dog, quit barking, please. You're not a vet just because you went to war with poverty. A dirtbag. You are not a vet just because you went to war with poverty. Dirtbag even fosters dogs non-ironically. So it explains why you gave this bitch a place to live and you're no longer on the streets. Your talk is cheap, and I've had enough. Land a punch. Wrap your stuff. They can react to one, but thinking you'll hit Jack with a 30, that's a bust. And you suck. Time.
Yo.
Yeah, no, that's I'm gonna try to call him in after the battle too. That's what the Facebook fucking little bloop. Yeah, no, fucking solid shit. Like I said, I just come off like a fucking douchebag. I'm so reactionary that I should have just stood there and like not done much. But like even when I'm not having like a level of animosity against someone I'm battling, like I'm still very reactionary. Like I kind of always have been. This is also mad awkward for me, by the way. So I hope this is entertaining for y'all.
You need a lot to fold me. I got a block of homies that raise stocks, but they not Pelosi. You struggle just trying to pop a Sobe. I got it tucked in a potato like a hot pierogi. I be laid back in haystack, been doing it since knee high. I get stacks when I flip wax, and I ain't talking B-sides. This payback plus what you say whack should run your shit cause I need mine. The blade hack smooth like a Maybach. You can get sliced like a key lime. You're a nitwit with poor taste. I'll let the grip slip like a horse race. No justice. Post bail and skip the court date. I'll be in Amarillo by morning like George Strait. The homie Jorge, whipping like a sorbet. He cut it like a tour tape and got it locked in the floor safe. Fuck a middleman, what the source say? My jacket padded, but it ain't a North Face. Moving high def, travel with 4K. That's how I stay drip like skeet on a horse face. I said shit's hard but blessed. Captain Picard of the West. My whip sharp, I sit large, I got it from the scars and stress. I've spit bars with vets, you mid-card at best. I've lit stars in mid-guard, never needed to get far for checks. I've loved and lost, been dubbed the boss. Rubbed in sauce, but I shrugged the cost. My ride tubbed in frost, inside is fudge and gloss. We both got stripes, but mine's a high price like the Cubs and Sox. Oh, he's rapping right now. But shouts to Divas, booking me just to come beat these losers. Watch your mouth or see these hands like 3D bloopers. I only wish he could have seen me sooner. If we had the same flight, I would have caught a case off the plane like DB Cooper. Homie, you nor your mans can see me. I'm up in the cuts like James Gandolfini. I agreed to battle you because you get handled easy. Dog, I'm so nice, even your fan be glad to meet me. That's time.
So I'm going to toot my own horn there because I feel like that's the best round I've ever had in my whole fucking time fucking battle rapping personally. Like, people are saying like 3-0 on this battle. I'm just like, that's the only thing I'm going to argue about this battle. Like, if you want to say Jacques won, I ain't mad at you. But goddamn it, this round was fucking clean, dog. That fucking round was clean, dog. I'll fucking die on this hill all day long. Like, this is awkward to fucking watch me and like in front of y'all and shit like that. But hey, come on. That was a fucking good round from your boy. I just had to pat myself on the back fucking over here. Let's listen to Jock.
Hey, if y'all didn't know, Ryan's bald.
Oh yeah, facts.
Should I ask?
Oh, beautiful, baby.
Ryan's bald. Should I ask? Looks like Brad could be your full-time dad. Oh, they would have got that, but it's cool. It's cool.
Brad's like a secret benefactor of UBR. I look just like him. I look like his younger brother for real.
Ryan likes to claim he's bald by choice. All I'm seeing, cap. Couldn't get his roots to grow. Ryne likes to claim he's bald by choice. All I'm seeing, cap. Couldn't get his roots to grow, so he chose the next best thing. Hats. You could say your aerosol spraying your gats, but that's locker room talk. The only thing I sense this white boy spraying is axe. Nothing you do works. Facts. Discussing a subject of substance? Can't. One-syllable rhyme patterns. Stacked. Delivery. Ass. Flow. Bad. Bars and schemes. Trash. All around. All your rounds. Flat. Honestly, I'm mad at you for thinking I'm needing to fight back. Who the fuck do you think I am? Suck my dick. Nah, you probably like that. Pause. With me, don't play. You think just because BOTZ has trans peers that you can act queer and it's okay? Mad weird. Want to be transparent so you acting with no shame. You turned the Thunderdome group chat to a grope chat. I wasn't going to say nothing, but you won't tell if I don't ask. You're a grown man trying to joke as if coming out of closet without addressing this would make it a close match. Playing too much will get you fucked up, and you know that. Battle rap actually has gay rappers, so that type of behavior is low class. You're not a whole or a quarter of, you a whole bag. So ass, thinking it's bold acting like a gay cowboy because you want a broke back. Nice. No cap. R.I.P. Heath Ledger. But you know what I hate about you? Everything. When you speak, when you breathe, when you blink, when you pee, those snaggle-toothed redneck teeth, your clashing views and self-beliefs, your self-righteous attitude, how you represent your league, the fact that you never help the scene except when it helps achieve dirtbag danning you to get you seen. You used to go by Rocksteady. I never did a thing. So you changed your name from Rocksteady, but still can't rock steady with a team? You are a clown. You think I do this for clout? Choosing to doubt what I do for this crowd? Downplaying any noise I'm making on the tube like you muted the sound? Jonesing on pulling me down just because I'm building up my stock without using the Dow? I am more unique. My style's more distinct. My rhymes and flow are synced. I write more potent schemes. My hair's longer. My beard's smoother. My clothes nicer. I look cooler. I smoke better weed than you.
Talk that shit.
I can drink more beer than you.
Talk that shit.
I am not as weird as you.
Shit.
I can drink more beer than you. I am not as weird as you. I haven't failed as many times as my career as you. I'm more humble than you. I'm more humble than you. People like more of what I do. I get more love from the room. You just fuck up the mood. You are a worthless person.
Hey, so I gotta ask him this too. Did you mean that? Did you mean that to come off? Were you genuinely being like, I am a more humble person, or were you meaning that to be funny? Were you trying to Because me and L Dog were laughing about that afterwards. We're like, man, you can't brag to someone you're more humble. To where I was like, maybe he did that on purpose, because it's an oxymoron like that. I don't know. I thought it was funny regardless.
You don't serve a purpose. You're a UPS driver, right? I'm not. Go do your service.
That one I didn't get too much because it was just pretty much just hey, you got a job, right? Yeah. And then just someone from the crowd's just yeah, you got a job.
Go do your service. Go do your service. But this will all your problems truly worsen. Best solution, learn to become a better... Hold on. I said best solution, learn to become a better human. Grow up. Be a man. It's evolution. Exposing who I am, very useless. You'll gain nothing from it, like restitution. But want to get into it, I'll end your movement. There ain't a sign of this hippie finding a peaceful resolution, and that's too bitch.
I love when you...
I fucks with it, man. I fucks with it. And, like I said, I'll talk to him after the battle too. So it's kind of weird to say things. It's weird to say things knowing he's seeing it, but can't reply yet. You know what I'm saying? But I fuck with the way it might be a weird thing to say, but the sort of way it's not so much specific references. It's the reference pool that he's pulling from in general. I just fuck with. I don't know if that makes a whole lot of sense because it's not very, I like shit that's off the beaten beaten path, and I feel like he does a lot of he's very much just like if there's like a dirt road, he's just like going in and out of the orchards and still coming back and then like coming back onto the fucking road. That's probably like the most white trash fucking example I could come up with, but I like where he pulls from.
You dorks tell me I'm a terrible promoter. Yeah, no, I do. I love when you dorks tell me I'm a terrible promoter. Because fucking, shit, I'm fucking up already.
It's okay.
I said, I love when you dorks tell me I'm a terrible promoter.
I like that he's like, it's okay, it's okay. That's the best. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm fucking up. It's okay. Like, that's the best. That's the best in battle rap. Anytime you can get those moments off in battle rap, you already won, man. You already won, because it's just like you get to like kind of like it's like a humble kind of flex. Like you get to like show like you get to like show you're being gracious because you know like this fool just fuck up. Like it's okay, dog. Take your time. You just fucked up.
Yeah, no shit. I'm sorry if I have a life to live. I film, edit, and book. I don't have time for excuses y'all give. The channel died with or without me. I'm just the only one that didn't dip. I wouldn't pay you to draw me a fucking doodle, let alone a crowd. And I told you I wouldn't pay you. How you gonna fool these folks now? How you too good for bots but not to chase clout? I live and die by my word, nerd. We can get the blades out like a steakhouse. Was never a scout, but almost had a club patch. These days I get paid for what I say like a Substack. Got into battling simply because I love rap. That was way back when he was letting white kids give a mud bath. I'll share it in the group later, fuck it. Fuck it. You a heavy metal yogi that bags groceries. On Sundays you have farmers markets to haggle potpourri. You hit dive bars asking if the PBR is brewed locally. Keep standing close. I said, you a heavy metal yogi that bags groceries. On Sundays, you have farmers markets to haggle potpourri. You have dive bars asking if the PBR is brewed locally. Keep standing so close to me, I'll let Force sing like it's Jodeci.
See, that right there, I needed more of that. That kind of shit. If I had like a little bit more of that shit peppered in, I could have like had the crowd fucking on your boy's side a little bit more. Like I said, it just comes off a little too serious. I wish if I could change anything about this battle, I would have peppered more things like that in, because like in the past when I had like my Royals bar and there was like another one that I've had, UBR loves shit like that.
I'm hot, yo. Wow. I'm high class white trash. Grew up chopping wood for heat. Washed my clothes in the kitchen sink and had no food to eat. Guns in my face at 50.
Yo, did you see old girl just like trip in the corner on her way down here really quick? Hold on, I'm gonna pull this up, fucking full screen this. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, yeah, no, that's big enough. Look over here. You're not gonna be able to see my mouse. Look over on the right side. On the right side, behind my back. Watch the front door. She comes in hella tough. She's looking good, and she hella just like trips down into her chair, but still just like pulls it off. Watch. Ready? See her? Trip, slip, sit. That was the trip, slip. That was the trip, slip, sit right there, dog. Watch it.
I'm high class.
Watch it. Door opens. Trip, slip, sit down. All right, we cool.
Cops was no good to me. Moms tried to fraud EBT way before COVID and PPP. I bet in high school you shopped at PacSun. Only time you ever squeezed an iron, it was a flat one. I ain't taking a loss to a bird-chested bitch that could rock a back bun. One punch, take your breath like asthma attack lungs. You got that strung out vibe. Your face resembles jerky. You absorb your ways off of every stage like Kirby. I ride for my region even when it hurts me. But you'll play for any team willing to give you a jersey. And dog, I love being bald. Plus, I get paid to tell my jokes. Don't ever tell me how to run a league when your bitch ass couldn't run up a coast. I talk wild online because all this shit's fake. I'm at the shop with a clip, but I don't give fades. If I'm not your flavor, it's because I ain't bitch made. Only time I want a piece of your mind is if I'm holding a switchblade. That's 3.
Hey, that trip slip sit was fucking smooth, dog. That trip slip was the trip slip sit was almost as smooth as that fucking second round, dog. Woo. No, I'm joking. But hey, that shit was funny though. All right, let's see what Jack got.
Hey guys, hold it down. I'm gonna bring it home. His last one. Appreciate that. Me quitting that tournament really made you mad, huh? Oh well, that sucks. Wanna act tough? Hit me with a bald head? Have fun. But you can dead those rounds, because I'll be 10 toes down if a comedian wanna stand up. I'll start wilding on Bill Burr.
You're right, though. You are right. He's right.
I hear it all the time.
So I did it. I'll start.
Dude, I hear that all the time. And he says he's like, that's why I did it. But like it's and like the battle rap world, like they don't understand, like y'all don't even understand just how much I hear that. Like, cause literally like anytime I walk into an open mic, that's like the first fucking thing I hear is like some shitty comedian be like, oh, it's fucking Bill Burr's here. It's all good though, cause I'm a battler. So then when I go up and that fucking comic is still on the stage, I just fucking annihilate them. But no, anytime someone says like the moment he said it, I was just like, son of a bitch. Because it's undeniable. Like, I fucking know. I know. Especially the hat doesn't help me. But, like, the hat, I'm pulling it off. But, no, I know. And it's one of those things where, like, people don't really notice it until, like, someone says it. And then the moment they say it, it's the only thing they can think about. But, yeah, nice.
I'm wilding on Bill Burr. You want the truth? I'm out for blood. I don't care what spills first. I ain't one for gossip. Everything underneath will be revealed. Blood sport, guts poured, and secrets spilled. For me, a topic hard to keep concealed, because I keep it real how I really feel, like Patrice O'Neal. I don't fake the funk, only the real sense it. I told you, I'm channeling that Patrice O'Neal essence, because all your half-baked writing sounding like Neil Brennan. You suck the air out of a room like Kirby, sounding like Mine 5 and Grind Time. It isn't working. Sus boy, quit getting flirty. Or raw, leave you feeling delirious. No Eddie Murphy. You lucky bingo called your number. You hit the lotto. I showed up because I belong here. Desperado. So I'm warning you. No prescription bottle. I'll pill. You end up dead tomorrow like Greg Giraldo. Wait, hey, you're an amateur comedian, right?
Sometimes.
Out here popping lead?
Oh, yeah.
What you gonna make me do? Die of laughter? You got me dead. You ain't gonna.
Yo, my nigga. That was...
You amateur comedian?
More people across the room and shit.
Let's go.
Jesus Christ, you look like him too.
Let's go. You're an amateur comedian, popping lead. What you gonna make me die of? Laughter? You got me dead. You won't get your props on the set trying to use fake guns like Baldwin did. You were hungry for... I needed one. You ain't gonna get your props on the set trying to use fake guns like Baldwin did. You hungry for attention, but gonna starve to death. Wanting to see that UBR's table? That's how to not get fed. The cool kids at school. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. Like Carlin said. Oh, you didn't like that? I'm gonna take this off for a second. You're gonna hate this next part. Make sure you hear what I'm about to cover. Don't let this go in one ear and out the other. Well, make sure you hear this message. Clearly get it. It's gonna hurt to hear, like ear infections. I know you hear me. Clearly, those are eerie. My jokes are piercing, so tonight is the reason you fighting these feelings like, here, hold my earrings. Hold my earrings. Pretend you don't care, but pretend you don't care. But that won't change the truth. It's comedy thinking ear jokes is low-hanging fruit when your lobe's shaped like two low-hanging fruit. Don't be irked and upset and get purposely petty about any word that I said just because you heard them already. You can hear every sound that's ever existed. Basset hound, ears to the ground, senses are gifted. I'm betting you're picking up sensitive women because they can tell that you listen.
He has a fucking onesie on.
He has a fucking onesie on. Nah, I told him after the battle too, you probably pick up sensitive women because they know that you listen. You don't know how true that shit is, dog. That's some of my biggest mistakes I've made in my life right there.
Because they can tell that you listen. Whenever an antenna breaks in your car, I bet that you picking up sensitive women because they can tell that you listen. Whenever an antenna breaks in your car, you picking up a signal that came from afar. They help you see sound, audio, visual, ASMR. We got... Whenever an antenna breaks in your car, you picking up a signal that came from afar. They helping you see sound, audio, visual, ASMR. We got your ears on the drums. Ryne plays the guitar. But
I ain't gonna lie. This is also some more pat myself on the back bullshit here too, though. But it's pretty fire that the crowd only turned on me for my fucking ears and not my fucking rapping, because you could see how easily they are like, nah, fuck this. Like, not just, I'm not saying me, but like, the crowd wants to be against you at UBR, and that's one of my favorite things there. So I'm just like, hey, man, when I was rapping, nobody heckled me or said any dumb shit or was like, nah, fuck this fool. But the moment they were like, this fool got big-ass ears, they were like, he do got big-ass ears, though. So that's actually kind of tight.
But I'm a dead this white noise. On cam. Video killed the radio star. Cartilage is not little. Ultrasonic wave can pick up a dog whistle. When you got issues, you use your ears to wipe your nose because there's so much soft tissue. Bug out. Start wigging. But I don't want to hear that. Clear facts. You look like a Q-tip and sound like earwax. Doubting me's useless, so don't be mad just because you look like Alfred E. Newman. These are features I got. It's the Mad TV guy. These are features I gotta call you out for. I'm confused as fuck that you got disfigured ears all without the cauliflower. And I'm sure you got it now, but this message is what I want to get clear. You could be blind to the subject, but I'm sure my words won't fall on deaf ears. I'm right, dude. Hey, I'm surprised this is something you ain't hear coming. We body shaming tonight, man. That's what we're doing, man. We body shaming. Let's go. Make some noise for body shaming. I need me. I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
Hey, Machete Spray, it's even worse because this not only does this battle not have 1,000 views, but my ass is in it. So yeah, I do. I break down battles that have less than 1,000 views. I do it a lot, actually.
Shit, I forgot where I was at.
No. Oh, big ass ears, yeah, big ass ears.
He got big ass ears. Look, I'm gonna just wrap this up and say I'll rap like a mashup of Random and Cutter. Off top, see me bag up a body. It's a rap, undercover, Jack. I am like no other, like Jules Wallet in Pulp Fiction. I'm bad motherfucker, and that's time.
CRS, UBR,
I battle shit, all that, bro. Yeah, man. My boy.
Yeah, no. Fucking shout out the fucking good folks at fucking UBR. Shout out Jack. I'm gonna call him up right now on the fucking Zoom. I think he could have made all of those points without the Eeyore costume, but yeah, man, fucking I think I'm like reading and like trying to like, okay, let's fucking turn that off. Let's put the fucking Zoom on. Let's call the fucking boy Jacques in. Machete spray. You could like not be here if you don't want to, if you don't like it. If you want to be here, fucking hang out, fucking kick your feet up, grab a beer, fucking smoke some fucking reefers or something. Like, I don't know why y'all be like, what's this fool fucking doing with his light dog? Fucking dude, I'm over here just looking fucking sexy as fuck. Fucking looking like fucking. And it's funny too, I'm actually over here in my underwear too. Y'all don't even know. Shit. I gotta cover this shit up actually, because this fool will definitely be able to see that shit. Boom. We're just gonna go so far under the table that this fool cannot see my fucking white ass legs. That's how we're gonna do that shit. All right, I started that shit. Let me invite this fool in, and we're gonna talk some shits. Do 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 do. But that was me versus Jacques. I fucking love Albuquerque, man, because like I said, like Albuquerque don't fuck around. Like if you're on some dumb shit, they're gonna let you know. To where I was just like, hey man, anytime I can show up there and they don't say shit until somebody's like, oh, this fool got a job and big ears. I'm like, all right, cool. Like I got a job and big ears. Like that's definitely a fact. So I'm just, like I said, with that fucking UBR crowd, because I literally watched them earlier in the night. Like somebody was up and like not saying good shit, and he wasn't saying it loud. And they literally just trolled his ass to the point of like, hey dog, like they were like in the middle of his shit, just being like, stop it. Like, stop doing what you're doing. So yeah, no, fucking make sure you guys go pop on over to fucking Universal Battle Realm on YouTube. Fucking subscribe to the folks. They even have a premium service now. You should probably fucking hop on, because now that they fucking whatchamacallit, they're an associate, they're a official affiliate league of GTX battles as well. Like I said, it's always fucking fun times in Albuquerque. They just fucking pass legal weed over in that motherfucker. Hold on, let me make sure I got this popped up so I don't sleep on the fucking, I don't want to miss this fool accepting. Yeah, it's fucking good times over there with your fucking folks. I love the fucking Albuquerque folks, man. And the best thing about this whole fucking shit was, I initially was just like, hey man, I just want to say a lot of dumb, ignorant shit to somebody, because I just hate life right now. That's how I really took the battle, and then it kind of transformed into me being like, because I booked it, and then like I definitely, you know, I don't cancel shit. Like even if I'm like, all right, I don't want to do this or whatever the fuck, like, because I booked it, and then I was just like, man, do I really want to fucking go out there and fucking do all this shit? I got events to run out here and whatnot. It was definitely an impulse decision, but not long after I booked it, I hit up DeVos. I was like, hey, so like, instead of me getting paid or whatever, could I just bring one of my homies with me, and can you give him a battle too? And that's what we facilitated, which going forward, like, that's all I really want to do, man. I just want to put all y'all on, because, and especially like, I've kind of learned now throughout my fucking 5-7 years or whatever the fuck, I like just hitting good patterns, to where like I like hitting good patterns, and I don't like the part of battle rap anymore where I have to like fucking research people and try to have angles on them and shit like that or whatever the fuck. It worked for this one. Animosity made it fucking be a better battle probably, but in the long run, I'm just like, dude, I just don't care this much. Like, if I want to fucking come up with material like that, I think all I've really learned is just like, just don't be lazy and fucking make like music or some shit like that. Cause what I like and like what I want to put out isn't like he definitely took the battle because he battled me. Like I just went up there and was like, I'm gonna talk a little shit about some like a couple things that pissed me off, and then I'm just gonna have like some round where I just style out on them. And I felt like that's fucking what it was with my second. I felt my second probably like one of the better rounds I've ever had in battle rap. But at the same time, it's all like none of it's like this is why you suck. It's all just this is why I'm so cool. To where you can't do like 2 rounds of like this is why I'm so cool, and then to someone that just like, well, you got big ears, because in the crowd is instantly be like, oh yeah, fuck this guy. I just heard this guy fucking rap all fucking doing all his bullshit, talking about how fucking cool he is and fucking how we're all just on coke and nah. And you know what? This motherfucker do got big ass ears. So it's like I definitely played way more into his strategy way better than he did mine, to where I poorly strategized. But your boy could fucking, I know how to be doing these fucking things. So I just fucking, yeah, I just like to like, I guess what, like the fucking mixtape bars, they call it like that and shit like that, to where that's some of my favorite shit. Like some of my favorite people are people that can just show up and just rap their fucking ass off. But me personally, let's be real. Y'all don't need a fucking 30-year-old fucking bald white dude that looks like he makes fucking gin fucking in a bathtub to like show y'all how fucking rapping works. Like if I want to rap, I can fucking stop being a lazy fuck and actually make like some real ass fucking like shit that's like shit that I mean or whatever, you know what I mean, the fuck. And I can do that shit. I can hop on cyphers. I can do that shit because that's, I've learned now that that's what I like to do the most, is I like hitting really good patterns, to where that's not always the most like, sometimes you could do that in a battle and people were like, dude, who gives a fuck? Like, I want to hear you battle this fool. To where I just, over time, I've gotten better about having better patterns, but I've lost like that, like wanting to like fucking like attack somebody. And ultimately, in the position that I'm in right now, I think it's fucking whack if I'm like spending any energy of mine trying to like, what the fuck? Like I said, I'm doing so much better with the production and like filming and doing the graphic work. Jacques, if you're here, I shot you an invite. But I've been doing a whole lot of like, you know, the graphic work and the filming and all that kind of stuff, to where that stuff's been way more, I feel like it just clicks with me more. I feel like once I love the battle rap world, and I've always tried to, you know, prove myself as a performer, and I definitely believe that I've proved that I can write, but I don't think there's anything that I provide that the battle rap world is missing right now. There's plenty of other fucking folks out there doing their fucking thing. I have plenty of fun doing all the things that I do. I fucking do, you know, to me, I feel at this point in my life, I'm just a writer. Like, I write all the fucking time. I write, like, my own little journals and shit. I write fucking jokes for stand-up. And I feel that fucking rap is just another aspect of the fucking writing, man. And the boy's hopping in right now. Let me put him up on the screen. Bang, bang, bang. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I think your thing is like a little bit ahead of mine.
Oh yeah. It might confuse you there. Like the Zoom, me and you, and like the Zoom's gonna be more real time than the YouTube video. But what's up, sir? Fucking, that's actually pretty gangsta. You're like, hey, can I just call in? I was like, oh yeah, that's probably would have just been smart of me to think of that beforehand.
I figured that's what it was, bro. It's like, it's a radio show.
Yeah, I know, right? No, this is a terrible radio show. I call it a radio show, but it's really the Ryne's fucking jerk off hour, really.
Dude, honestly, when you were like, I don't want to talk too much about the battle, I'm just like, talk your shit, bro. Like say what you got to say, because honestly, like, I don't know. It's not you being like arrogant or anything like that. Like it's your battle, you know what I mean? Like, and you say it's going to be one of your last battles for a while, so like, might as well like talk your shit, man.
Oh yeah, no, I just more so meant like I knew you were going to be jumping on. So I'm like, whatever I'm going to say right now, I could probably just say to him in a conversation, and it would be better. So that's why I was just like, I don't know how much I wanted to like. I was just like, okay, let me say something because I also smoke a lot of weed, so I forget a lot of things. So I was like, let me say this before I forget it, but let me try to like come back to it when we're actually talking. But yeah, man, this was definitely a fucking oh man, battle rap has caught me in some weird fucking places in my fucking life, and this battle is definitely because I definitely was like, okay, what can I even say to this guy? So then I was like, okay, well, he canceled on the tournament to where I initially didn't really like care as much as I made myself care for it for the battle. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, definitely.
Like I just worked myself into a shoot because I was just like, I need to care about something. I need to be like, okay, I gotta go to this because I've seen your battles before to where I was just like, if I was like, if I'm gonna go into this like, oh, I'm like cool with this dude or whatever, I was like, he's just gonna fucking smoke me. So I already knew that wasn't gonna be the thing either. So I was like, what can I do to just? So then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna be really fucking stupid. And I'm just gonna see like how many buttons I can push before the fucking battle.
Oh man,
it was a bold choice.
You said it too. I think in it where you said like there was animosity, even if you had to like kind of create it from something that, which I always found is like it's true. Even if you don't necessarily dislike the person you're about to battle, if you can find something to be like, I dislike this thing and this person does this, so or this person did this or whatever, I can talk about it and then go from there. You know. And maybe that's like revealing to a strategy of mine, but I don't know. I think if anybody taps into I feel like you did it too. Like you said, you were like, I should have peppered more jokes in. And like, I don't know. For me, when I watch it, I'm like, no, this is actually a decent back and forth. You know, I'm biased, so I'm going to say like, yeah, I won. But like, I think it's there's a call and response kind of thing where you say something and I'm like, okay, you're saying this. And then second round, I agree. You rapped your ass off, bro. Like, fucking crazy, bro. Like the patterns you were hitting were wild. And I'm like, in my head, because I'm, you know, a narcissist to my own extent, we all are. And I'm just like, this fool channeled some rapping. Like he watched me and he was like, I'm going to rap like him or some shit. But no, you tapped into pockets where I was like, fire. This is like what I would want to rap against, you know? But I felt like because we were going into the battle with all the back and forth and stuff, I got to come with something. So then there's like this call and response to it each round, you know?
Yeah, no, I fucked with it, man. Like that's kind of what I was hoping for the whole time around. And then I was also kind of like, a part of me was like, well, what if I could just like make him think I'm gonna like I was just like, okay, let me say like a bunch of wild shit, like wild gay shit online. To where like let me see a bunch of weird wild gay shit online and then not even bring it up in the battle. To where I was just like almost like how Dirtbag Dan shaved his beard fucking that one time. So I was just like, let me just be hella fucking awkward, weird, and terrible, and then like show up like, oh yeah, that's all cool, and then just like yeah, but here's how I rap well though. To where that's why like because like a couple people pulled me aside at the party afterwards and just like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I was like, dude, I don't know.
No, for real, dude. I was so pissed. I don't know if I mentioned this too. I was like, because now watching it back, I feel like that angle where I even attacked that idea where I attacked this whole thing. I thought you were going to do it. It's like you dangled this thing out here and I'm like, oh, let me go for that. And then it didn't even happen. I'm like, ah, shit. Well, hopefully that didn't come off in poor taste because like there was some like context behind it, you know?
Yeah, no, and I think even with some like I still kind of do things throughout it that like I think anybody could watch this without really understanding everything that led up to it and still like pick up what's going on. And that's kind of
exactly.
I think that plays into a lot of what you're saying too, to where it's just like, yeah, realistically, fucking after the fact, like we said what we said, the battle's over, fucking we're cool now, but it's like people are probably gonna like watch this shit like 5 years from now being like, oh damn, these fools fucking really went at each other at this fucking time, whatever. To where it's like it's just a moment in time. And it's like I said, I definitely was like, well, there was one or two things I was salty about that I could channel. And then outside of that, I just knew I was like, he's probably just going to say shit about me being bald. And then like running the league is just be like, it's easy to be like, well, you suck at running a whole league. So I was like, all right, I need to do something here. I was like, I need to do something just to like throw this guy off his toes to any degree that I can. So I was like, what can I do? I'm like, all right, Let's just go daylight.
That's a learning.
Let's go daylight.
That's a learning experience. You say let's go daylight?
Let's just go daylight. Fucking choppers in a skirt. Because I was just like, what do I got left? What do I got left? I was like, I ain't been weird yet. I was like, I've always been like cool and reasonable, or just been like, yeah, I'm gonna be fucking more hippity hopper than you. So I was just like, all right, let's just troll. Let's just absolutely troll to like the hardcorest degree. But then, like,
honestly, bro, that's how it felt like it played like that in the battle too. Because you were even saying when you were watching it, you were like, I naturally react. Me too. Like I reacted, but like, I want to react more so. Like, but I do react sometimes, and when you do, you're like, it. In this battle particularly, it almost threw me off. I was like, like this. I felt like you were trolling me even in that. Like, you know, like that whole idea of like, I'm not touching you with the finger in your face, and that's what it felt like. And I'm just like, fuck this fool. It made me want to like rap harder. Just to be like, but that's the only thing where it killed me. Is like, man, the crowd is asleep. So it's like the harder I rap, it's gonna be like the harder I'm trying. So I gotta like just kind of keep it cool, you know.
And that's why I do mention like I agree with you. It's a great back and forth in the call and response. But I think just because it's UBR and because like we were the last ones, and like UBR is a lot like BOTZ in the sense of like, hey, by the time that main event comes, we are all fucked up. To where it's just like, you better have like some really fun shit to like really get people to like latch onto. To where I was just like, I could have had a couple more moments that would have really just been like, all right, we're here and we're fucking having a party. But like
we were there. I think it really was just that. Like even you know they had the shrooms running around, and it's like yeah. Shout out to the Bop. You know what I'm saying? Like out there, he's providing great services for everybody.
Oh
and it's
yeah,
like,
Rob with the Bop, man.
Everyone's chilling, you know.
Exactly.
So by that point, I said it too. I was like, everyone's at their peak, dude. Everyone's looking at us like, what the fuck is going? This guy's in an Eeyore costume. This guy looks like Bill Burr. I don't know what is happening right now. Like you're tripping the fuck out, dude. Like there's no like in between for them. But I salute everybody that stayed there at least, because that was the other thing we talked about it. I think at the party where like certain battlers there, they brought more of the crowd. So had we gone a little earlier or maybe right after that, like other battles, like there would have been, I think, a little bit more reaction, a little bit more response to what was going on, a little bit more of that like animosity.
Oh no, it felt to me like, because like I do open mics all the time like that and shit like that, and that'll happen at open mics sometimes. Like people will like bring some people just to make it look like there's a little bit of the crowd, and then you're like sitting there in the crowd like, all right, cool, this is gonna be a good one, and then he leaves, another person leaves, and all of a sudden a whole fucking place goes up, and then it's like, okay, I'm going up, and there's 2 regulars here. Alrighty. Fantastic. To where it's like, it's even worse. It's like, I would have rather just walked in here and there was only 2 regulars. Like I would have been prepared. I was like,
now you got me all hyped. You got me excited. You got my expectations. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, and like that battle actually too, because I think it was the fuck. I would have to watch it back because I got too stoned. But it was the dude versus the chick, and he was going hella ham on like just fucking like fuck women kind of shit.
Oh, it was the little short dude.
Yeah.
And then, I can't remember. Toxic and Envy. That's
right. Toxic and Envy. Because I think Envy was the one that had like the fucking crowd with her. To where like when her battle was over, I was like, oh damn, man. I watch you just body shame this small man, and I have to fucking watch the crowd move with you.
Would have been perfect too, because then the body shaming thing would have worked like right afterward, because it would have been fresh on everybody's mind, to where it just would have played over to this next, like, I don't know. There's timing that comes in throwing these events, and you know it's a learning process. But you know, I still think watching the battle like on camera, because I was one thing I was worried about, especially afterward. I was like, man, that crowd was like hella high and hella drunk and hella tired and ready to like bounce, but they stayed and like they reacted and they participated enough to where like there were moments from both of us where it kept them engaged.
Yeah. And
especially it played out on camera now where I'm like, yes, okay, at least it's not like just dead air.
Exactly. No,
that's what I'm thankful for.
Yeah, I don't think it could have really went fucking any better, and I think the animosity led to like that motherfucker's already at like 500-600 views or some shit like that, which like probably like saying that onto the YouTube folks are like, oh fucking whatever, but I'm like, hey dog, my shit. I think like at the most, I think like me and Edmund hit like a K in a week or whatever. I think that was like one of my faster ones. For like realistically, me at my level, that's always been my goal. If I can get like a K in a week, I'm happy with that, and I'll keep pushing it after the fact and all that. But I'm like, if I can get a K in a week, that's like pretty good to me. So I'm like
Word.
a good round grouping of people saw that shit.
Exactly. It made its rounds. Like we're in the level. Still in the level where it's like we got like dues to be paid, and seeing that is like a milestone in my own respect. You know.
No, facts.
My own views.
No, facts. And I definitely credit you to a lot of that as well. I mean, like, you know, I'd be promoting and whatnot, but like you be fucking making the rounds. You've been going around the country. I know you're getting tapped in with the iBattle folks. You got an iBattle coming up soon, don't you?
Yeah, no, I just had it this past weekend.
Oh
actually.
shit! How did that shit go?
It was great, man. It was very cool. The trip was wild. It was just from touchdown to when I left, but the battle went good. I think. Funny enough, it was kind of the same situation. We ended up being the last battle of the night, and I think a lot of the diehards kind of stayed, and we had a good little setting in the room, and then you had the people on the live watching as well.
Oh hell
and
yeah!
It plays out, I think, better than I as best as it could have, considering that we were the last battle of the night, and then also like just how I don't know. He got his material off well. I got my material off well. So there's a good back and forth. I wouldn't say so much a call and response because it's definitely more of a style clash with the battle. This one, for people who don't know, I battled Cool Peoples.
Okay.
Check him out. He's pretty good.
Is he Cool Peoples?
He's Cool Peoples, man. I tried to actually do a funny Peoples bar. I had got a lot of Peoples slips, but that's expected. I don't know. I rapped well, I think, and I held my composure, considering that I'm clear across the country and not really in my element, I guess you could say. But he did his thing too. Like he it's one of those ones where when you walk out of the battle, you feel like, all right, he could have got that because he got a lot of reaction. But I know what I did was good too, considering what happened and like how I rapped and how I know I feel about my material. So, and I've watched it back on camera. You can go to the iBattle app and subscribe to that and like watch it. It's on the World Purge event. But yeah, no, it went well. I don't know. That's just the best way I could put it. Like,
fuck yeah.
Normally, that's how battles go. I just gotta keep trucking until one really takes. I'm really trying to break that ceiling this year.
No, and I think it seems like fucking battle rap's in a good place to where like if it's gonna happen, it's probably gonna be happening within like the next like couple years because with GTX battles, like you're already like affiliating with a lot of circles that are now affiliating with GTX battles. So like I feel like it's a matter of time, especially like to me, and this is gonna come off fucking weird and fucking who knows if he's watching, but like I feel like you're a more polished cutter in the sense of like you kind of come from a similar realm. There's like a certain level of like how I was saying earlier about like the way like not so much specific references, just like the entire like Rolodex of references and things like that you kind of pull from. There's a similarity there, but you're also like can be booked and you're not gonna just like take off and like go do weird wild shit. So it's like there's a level like you're like a more dependable cutter, basically, like that, if I can say. And that's not even really a disrespect to cutter. It's just kind of like the truth. Like it's like you're gonna show up, you're gonna do your thing, and you definitely have your own style that's gonna separate yourselves throughout the rest of the card. Like you stand out. You stand out. You got your own style from appearance to the way that you do your shit. To where, yeah, I think it's a matter of time, especially if GTX is gonna be catering to all styles the way that they've been saying in like their press conferences and things like that. So
yeah, for real. What do you think of that Crooked announcement, bro?
I gotta be honest. I felt like it seemed like there was too much, almost like it was, and it's not even that it was like on GTX's side, but I feel like there was too much of an implication that it could have been Slim. That because of that, by nature, it seemed a little like I think that's why people are like, oh, what the fuck? To where like I was like, this is tight because Crooked comes from fucking battling and shit. But I think because like too many people online, because like I said, it wasn't even like something that GTX did. I think just people online was just like, this fool's gonna be battling him. This fool's gonna be battling him. To where like I think people themselves got themselves in this weird place to where like I'm like me personally, I think it's tight as fuck. But I could definitely see why people are like, oh, what the fuck? Fucking all that for that. But it's like, I think y'all did that to yourselves. Like, I think it's still pretty tight. Like, I will say though, like, I'm just glad it's crooked because the Joe Budden shit was kind of fucking whack. Like, at the time, it almost seemed like maybe that was the best an industry artist can do in this realm, but I never believed that because I'm like, nah, man, this shit's been around too long and it's been too much hand in hand with the fucking industry. Like, as far as like,
and it's grown in such a way that like you can't deny what it does for hip hop, I guess, in general, you know?
no, facts.
I agree entirely.
Facts. So it's like, I definitely trust out of like, if you're going to bring an industry artist into battle, I trust Crooked, like, to be that person for sure, more than like some of the other people that they've used. And I'm looking forward to it.
You saw you saw who did he battle? Meth versus Math?
Wait, Meth versus Math? Yeah.
Yeah, see, and that was like, I think, a good example, like because we, like, as far as I know, Method Man is involved in it in his own way. You know, he's got his hand in certain things, and that's I don't know, that I feel like that's the stepping stone. And if Crooked's one of like those other pillars, then let's see what he brings. And that's, I don't know, for me, that's I always say this to people because I got to be honest about my hip hop journey. You know, like there's certain just, I guess, whole movements that I never followed. I never got into, you know, I saw them, but they never, but you could show me a song. I'm like, oh man, okay. That's crazy. Okay.
Same.
Like, then you start to realize that like the movement they built. And one thing I've seen about this announcement is how much influence Crooked has had on a lot of people. And it even made me realize, you know, I had a Crooked Eye bar against Drix, and I remember I just had to look it up because I wasn't super familiar with it, but I knew he was from Sacramento, or he's a legend over there, and that was kind of just like, it was very surface level, but I used it for, you know, bars that was in there, and it's just interesting how you don't realize how much these people that are like influential to the culture come across until like they really come up, and you're like, oh wow, these guys have been here for a while.
That's when like those like deep fans come out of the woodwork, where it's like, and like he's one of those people. Like, I'm very similar to you in the sense of like, I've known of him for a long time, but I was never somebody that just like fucking dived into every single Crooked record or whatever, to where like you could see that those fans are coming out right now. Cause like those fans are coming out in full force right now. They're like, you know, people that have been listening to him since like the early 2000s and shit. And they'd be like, nah, dude, I've been waiting for this forever, dog. To where it's just like, I almost felt like it would have been better to just like drop it on folks, like almost like just drop the trailer and the flyer on folks and then like talk about it. I felt like because they were like, hey, on Monday we're breaking the internet, people were already like, oh, it's got to be him. So I was like, god damn it. Like, I was just more mad at the people that did that. I wasn't even like I said, it was nothing that GTX did. Like I'm a promoter. Like, every big ass battle you're about to have, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, hey, on Monday we about to fuck shit up. Like, tune in. Like, to where like I felt like it was people themselves were like, oh, it must be him. So I'm like, they never said anything about it being him. And then just because so many people were saying it, then Direct was like on Twitter like, chicka Slim Shady. Like, that's all he said, which is like, okay, it's a reference to Shady Records, but it's not really saying like him, to where I don't know. I can see why some people like on the like, because the live was like fucking like hella tomatoes and shit like that. I was just like, yo, dude, like we can't have nothing nice. Fuck. I was like, fucking, hey man, it's a big industry artist and he's coming in like, because like for me, I'm also like, who do you want fucking Diz to battle now? Like, who's
at
really,
this point?
Yeah, like especially in the battle rap realm, I'm like, if you're gonna bring in industry like artist people to battle, like you're gonna of course either like give them to some like either Diz or someone like Diz adjacent, like on that fucking same level, to where I'm like, I don't know, man, it makes sense to me. And it seems like how you're saying with like the actual real like deep hip hop fans that like really fuck with Crooked for a long time, I think like it's like that's for fucking them. Like, this is for like people that have like been really fucking like on the fucking CDs and the tapes for fucking years and shit like that.
It bridges a lot of gaps in ways I don't think people are seeing yet. And I've seen Lush like tweet a couple things where it's like the vision isn't even fully clear yet, and it's like, no, I can believe that, because it's like as the battle starts to come to fruition more. So we just have the announcement. We don't even have like where it's happening yet. We don't even have the card it's happening with. Like, we don't know anything that's going on outside of this battle is happening. And and then on top of that, like we don't have a trailer for what the approach is going to be from Diz versus what it's going to be from Crooked. Like what, where's their mind states? I don't know. There's so many dimensions to this that I don't think people fully grasp like what it could be yet. And they, like you said, they were so stuck on the idea of it. Oh, it has to be M. It has to be M. Because there was even a couple of tweets I saw, a couple of Instagram like battle rap blog posts I saw where they were like taking certain tweets and be like, oh, it has to be M. Direct said it's M. Like, you know, this, that, and the third. They're just putting things together to try and get it in people's heads.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, can't do that. Like, everyone's gonna get excited, and then this is what happens. Now everyone hates it all of a sudden because it wasn't what they wanted.
Yeah, no, you just can't please battle rap fans for shit. I've learned this wholeheartedly. But
facts. Hey, even imagine, dude, they would have even imagine if they had said M and they'd be like, "Oh, called it. Fuck this battle." Like, it would have been.
Hey, right though, that you probably just fucking hit the nail on the head though too. To where like if it really even was, they probably would have been like, "No, this should have happened like 10 years ago. Fuck this fool," or whatever the fuck. Like it probably would have been the same bullshit. So yeah,
and like no one would have been happy, dude. It would have just been whatever.
Ultimately, though, I'm excited for the folks because I remember when they were kind of trying to do something similar with like the ether shit, and then that like kind of went the way that it went.
Right.
To where it's dope as fuck that like all of these individuals get to have like a second chance at this and like have it be a such like how can I word this? Like if it's almost like it was better for the ether shit to be connected to like some fuck dude rich guy. Like it's almost better for like that to have been fucked off because it wasn't even backed by like a good entity anyway. To whereas like this time around, it's like you got no jumper involved. Fucking like everybody's on their fucking A game. You actually have like all of the original people that made Grind Time fucking special involved. Like I'm just excited for their whole shit that they got going on in general.
Yep.
Shit, it'd probably make my fucking job easier to where I can just be like, yeah, you're good. Go leave my league. Go to GTX. Go be good somewhere now. I was telling that to someone today because I think it's Raja. Raja's about to move to New York. I was just like, dude, why y'all get good and then just leave me? And then we were laughing about it, but I was just like, nah, realistically, that's how this is supposed to work. Like, I should see you be trash for like 2-3 battles, and then all of a sudden you get good for like 2 of them, and then maybe one of them's really great, and then I'm probably shouldn't see you anymore. Like, if I'm doing my job properly, that's probably how that should work.
Developing battle. Well, that's the thing too, though, man. You gotta like decide: do you want a team that's gonna follow you, or do you want to just develop battlers and send them off? And bots could be, I think, at this point, whatever you wanted to. And like, you know, I don't know how much like you work with Dan on it too, but at the same time, you guys just make it what it is and feed upward, and it works that way. You know, I feel like because there's like leagues over here that's kind of got to do the same thing in the Southern California region, where it's like, you know, you find your leagues that you can associate with, feed leagues to them, or feed leagues to this place. Like there's infinite amounts of battle rappers at this point.
Exactly, man. Exactly. No, that's like a rising tide lifts all boats. That's been my whole.
Kind of what it is.
Yeah, that's been my whole thing lately. But hell yeah, man. I definitely fucking appreciate you for fucking hopping on here. Is there anything you want to make sure to let these folks know about before we head on out of here?
Follow me on Instagram at JAQ_. Twitter at Jack with a Q _ Facebook, Jack, you know. Shit, man. UBR, iBattle, Society, BOTZ.
Fuck yeah,
fucking Ryne Radio, man, like all that shit. You know what it is, man. That was one thing I regretted not doing because I you know what? One thing I'm gonna leave off with this. I'm terrible at intros. Like I'm always thinking, like, what do I say? How do I do this? Like I have things that I've said since the very first time I ever battled to like things that I've incorporated along the way. And I swear, one day I'll get my intro down. But one thing I regretted was not like shouting out BOTZ at the very beginning and end, where it's like, you know, shout out to all these people. So, because yeah, man, you do the thing, bro.
Man.
You're in the trenches just like all the rest of us.
Yeah, no, man. I know at the end of the day, it's all love. Fucking, we definitely step into the ring and do the fucking job that we do when we're in there. But outside of that shit, we all fucks with each other. It's all good.
Exactly. And now that we battle, bro, like go get some rest. I got a battle coming up soon. That's the last thing I'll plug. It's down here. It hasn't been announced yet, so I'm not going to say who it is, but it's coming up soon. Look out for the flyer.
Hell yeah, man. Good fucking shit. Fucking much fucking luck and love to you, sir. And yeah, I'll see you down the road somewhere, I'm sure.
Hell yeah, man. We'll talk soon.
Peace. And hell yeah, that was the fucking boy, Jacques. I think it's Jacques. I always say Jacques just to be fancy. I probably still will just because, I don't know, it sounds fancy, I think. I feel like it does, right? It's churching it up a little bit. Let me pop this back. Do I just do that? And then, okay, there we go. Yeah. Hey, how about that, guys? We just did a whole, how about that? I missed Sunday, but we came back around Thursday. Episode 199. Fucking had a complete episode. I'm pretty, hey, how about that? How about that? We're actually turning this place into a real well-oiled machine there, son. Okay? No, appreciate you guys. Fucking shout out everybody up in the chat right now. Holy shit, fucking Vice Versa's up in here. Fucking salute, sir. I ain't seen you since Monterey. Salute fucking my guy Fuck Off. My guy Sean, Creative Imbalance. I'm gonna keep peer pressuring you. Either I'm coming to Toronto or you coming here. I'll either come out there and help you film a beast mode battle, or you come out here and help me film a bots battle, or just come out here. It's all love. Fucking Van B, Mike, Vegas Dice. Not sure who you are, but fucking salute to you, sir. My guy Black Cloud MC was up in this motherfucker. Lucky was up in this motherfucker. Salute to Machete Spray. It's a pretty fire YouTube handle, actually. Oh yeah, Machete Spray. Fucking, I like the Machete Spray. I don't got a good or a bad DNA impression. That's fire. Yeah, had the boy Jacques up in here. Fucking White Widow Hayes, Rashad, all the fucking folks, all the fucking. I kind of like that. I'm gonna start in. That's gonna be the new slogan. Fucking good luck, or all the luck and love to you. That's the new shit. That's what I said. That shit just flowed right off the tongue like I've been saying that shit for years. I haven't. I said that tonight for the first time. Anyway, this has been a show. It's 2 hours long. Very jam-packed. Sunday, I'm going to be going live with a comic from out here, the very funny Sarah Chiari. I'm going to have to fucking ask how to pronounce her name right. She's absolutely fucking hilarious. Gives me those like Janine Garofalo, Daria vibes. You guys are gonna love her. Fucking, like I said, she's really great. She's really funny. I'm gonna bring her on the Sunday episode 200, baby. So we're gonna be celebrating to some degree, eating tacos, probably drinking some beer. Ask her about some comedy questions, and then maybe try to peer pressure her into watching a battle with us. So until then, all the luck and love to you. We gotta fucking I'm mixing slogans here. Until then, all the luck and love to you. This has been Ryne Radio. Good night. I messed that up entirely. This is what happens when you miss. See? You see what happens when you miss your own schedule? You miss your own schedule, you get out of practice. Let's do that one more time. All the luck and love to you. This has been Ryne Radio. Good night.
Look, yeah. Put in things when you see us, like what's the big idea? Bentley, Benz, or Beamer, we be swinging like we teed up. They don't know shit. Pull up, then we swipe before they re-up. Say they don't know shit. Glock up in their face so they don't see us. Put in things when you see us, like what's the big idea? Bentley, Benz, or Beamer, we be swinging like we teed up. They don't know shit. Pull up, then we swipe before they re-up. Say they don't know shit. Glock up in their face so they don't see us. Hey, I'll roll the chopper out the pack, then pull the big out. She think I'm Rambo when I'm shirtless with the stick out. Black on black when we attack, we never stick out. I get to squeeze until it's empty, pop the clip out. You share your business with these bitches, let it slip out. You give your money to that hoe, so you a trick now. I don't say shit to the bitches, pull my dick out. First we fucked and when I'm finished, I'm a dip.
Shit, my dogs is barking and got the taste for blood. Pop shit, you get your top split, I left them laying her. Nine true, you get your mind blue, but what you tryna do? Slide through, must I remind you? I be almost sipping a 40, gripping a 40, I'll let one go up at your face and get distorted, End of the story, it's not important, we celebrate and spin your block up in that Floria.
I got magazines for your issues. Activate with the pistol. I'm at your face like some tissue. If I bless you, I won't miss you. Bullets got it like a missile. Now they're gliding through your tissue. Hit your bitch, your friends, your family, anybody riding with you.
Little bitch, I walking like I'm God, but I'm a demon to you. Little bitch, I keep the pump on deck, but I ain't cleaning the pool. You feel that barrel bust, you feel that marrow crush. Little bitch, I rock enough gold to make a pharaoh blush. You put them things when you see us, like what's the big idea? Bentley, Benz, or Beamer, we be swinging like we teed up. They don't know shit.
Pull up, then we